Hello, in this video, we will introduce layout panes and groups in section 1410. Layout panes are the containers for holding the user interface components. You can have pane inside the pane, and you put the nodes inside the pane. The pane class is the root class for all the panes. The concrete panes are stack pane, flow pane, grid pane, border pane, edge box, and V box. Stack pane places the nodes on the top of each other in the center of the pane. Flow pane places the nodes row by row horizontally or column by column vertically. Grid pane places the nodes in the cells in a two-dimensional grid. Border pane places the nodes in the top, right, bottom, left, and center regions. Edge box places nodes in a single row. V box places the nodes in a single column. H means horizontal and V means vertical. Now let's look at each of these concrete panes. Flow pane. Flow pane arranges nodes in the pane horizontally, from left to right or vertically from top to bottom. So thus you can specify the property of the flow pane using orientation.horizontal or orientation.vertical. Now this is the flow pane. This is the alignment. So this is how you overall the alignment going to left, right, center. So by default it's left. This is the orientation, horizontal or vertical. And this is the edge gap, the gap between the components horizontally. So this is in pixels. Vertical gap between the nodes in the flow pane. Those are the constructors. Flow pane with specified edge gap and V gap. This is the flow pane, and this is the another constructor here, flow pane with the specified orientation, and this is the specified orientation and the V gap and edge gap here. So this is the example. You place the components here, all here in this pane. So if you resize the pane, so you can see, and this changes. So if you have enough space, you can put all these things in one row. So this is here. It is the, and look at the flow pane. So this is the flow pane right here. And we have this flow pane and set the insects. So that is the border areas, and for this pane, and set the gaps. So let's look at this diagram. You can see this is the V gap, and this is the edge gap, and this is the insect. So this is the insect area on the border, and that is top, right, bottom, and left. It's all right here. Let's look at the next one here is the grid pen. So this is the alignment. This, your contents, it's going to be going to the left and aligned left, center, right. So this is the grid line visible, and this is the H gap, and this is the V gap, and here is the grid. So you're going to add a node into the grid pen. So where is the location? This is the column index, this is row index. So you can add a column. So here is the column index, and here all these nodes in the column. So this is the set the row index, and set column index, and set the H alignment, and set the V alignment. So this, all this. So look, you put all things here in the grid layout. So here is the row index, and that is 0, and the column index 0. So for this first name, and this is the text field is the row index 0, and the column index is 1. So that is right here. You are using this grid pen to create a grid pen layout and set the alignment and set all this relevant properties. So please note that in this grid pen, when you add a component to the grid pen, so the first one, this is the column index, and then the row index. This is the border pen. So there's 5 regions: top, right, bottom, left, center. So this is the border pen. You put this into this 5 regions right here for the border pen. So this is top, right, bottom, left, center. So this is the pen. Now let's look at the H box and the V box. So this is the H box. So here is the alignment, left, right, center. So this is the fill height, and the this is spacing. So fill height is resizable. Children fill the full height of the box. So by default, that is true. So this is the fill height. So here's the H box, and this is the V box. So V box is fill width. So it's resizable. Children fill the full width of the box. So this is V box, V box. So this is the example. You write this, creating the H box and creating a V box, and here return H box. So all the stands here, and you have this get H box, and this pen is border pen. So this is on the top, this is on the left. So you can see this is on the top, this is on the left here. So this is the H box and V box. So you're going to use all these pens to design your user interface, and you can have pen inside the pen and then put the nodes inside the pen. That is all for this section on the layout pens. Now, another thing here is using groups. You can group all these components together. So here is the use of group. The group class is often used to group nodes and to perform transformation and scale as a group. So sometimes this is very useful. You can manage the entire user interface as a group. You want to center everything in the group. So that is very useful here for the group. And we'll see many examples of using all of this in the upcoming videos. See you on the next video.